Welcome back to Under Oath. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. This is Craig Lynd, my partner. Every once in a while, we get something that just puts us on our weird side of a situation. We're in Florida, and everyone thinks, oh, we're crazy. Yeah, we have iguanas that fall from trees and hurricanes and people throwing gators in windows and, Casey Anthony.
Isn't there a website called Florida Man that has a bunch of craziness?
But we don't even compare to like downtown Los Angeles. But because our craziness is spread out, you hear a lot more about our stuff. Okay. Governor DeSantis just passed a law that dealt with Sharia law. Now, I don't know a lot about it. I know could be codified by some Islamic groups and things like that, but I don't know much about it other than that it's its own legal code and it allows for a lot of different things. Well, DeSantis I believe in 2025, he filed an executive order that said we can't have it. And then, of course, the federal courts, all right, big difference, state court, federal court. Federal courts protect like Bill of Rights stuff. State courts deal with our state laws. Federal court said, no, you can't do it. So he does a bill and he passes it. And the question is this, what was it for? And I actually had to look deep into it. You and I just spent some time looking into it. What was it about? And it seems it's just about stopping organizations who take state money, might do some weird stuff, and to harm them, not to really do anything that involves, like, let's say, your practice of your religious freedoms.
Well, I think the courts are not going to be empowered to enforce anything that originates or sources from Sharia law. So you can't make an agreement, for example, you and I, hey, I don't like the laws of this state and neither do you because of our religion. So we're going to agree to something. And then we have an agreement that under Sharia law is binding. And then one of us has a problem with the other one. We go to court. We try to enforce the agreement under Sharia law, which is what you and I agreed that we would be bound by when we made the agreement. So now the courts don't have to. They can say, no, that is not recognized in the state of Florida. You made an agreement to not follow the law. And so we're not going to use the court system to enforce your idea of what your law is.
What if they file it in federal court then?
They probably have a better chance if they did something like that in federal law. But how would they get jurisdiction in federal law?
Diversity, maybe?
Yeah, if they have some kind of diverse claim.
All right, when I say diversity, it just means that one party is not from the state of Florida. That's what that means when I say diversity as it applies to federal law.
You're not talking about hiring practices?
No, I'm not taking the difference in white, black, red, brown, purple, yellow, Jewish, nothing.
Just means different citizens of different states is what Jeff meant.
Or different countries, yeah.
So I think that's what, and if you can't use the court system to enforce Sharia law, you have no real enforcement mechanism. So you're not going to use our country, our laws to enforce something that by its very nature rejects our culture and our laws. I mean, it makes no sense, really, if you think about it, that I'm going to use an enforcement mechanism from a government I don't recognize, interpreting laws that I don't recognize, to benefit my understanding of what the law should be and is back home, maybe from where my family originates.
What's interesting is that we are very clear a lot of times, not all the time, but on the separation of church and state. I think people forget that, the Islamic religion is a church too. So the idea of a city going, okay, we're going to blast prayer music. Or we have the right to stop it because it's going into different neighborhoods.
Yeah, I think we have a right to protect our culture. I don't think we have to just lay down
or to separate it. I don't think it's protecting culture.
Other interests to come in and just dictate to us for the rest of our lives how
I don't
our
think it's about culture.
Of course it is.
No, it's not. It's about keeping religion out of everything. Because it's the same as prayer in church. It's the same as a Christmas tree in front of the white.
You're not keeping religion out of anything. You're just deciding whose religion is going to be controlling. There's no such thing as keeping religion out of anything. Everybody worships somebody. You worship God. You worship the Quran. You worship yourself. You are worshiping somebody. And a lot of people do it. A lot of atheists worship themselves. And that's more acceptable probably for Christians to tolerate. But when you come in and try and change the entire culture to fit a very narrow form of religion, we don't have to tolerate it. And we're not. And DeSantis is making sure we're not. And we shouldn't have to.
When I read on what it was about, what DeSantis did this for, and it seemed geared towards different organizations, which I can understand because right now when you do a protest or when a bill's being passed, we should know who's funding it. I mean, for example, every bill that you see every year and every election, I dare you to try to figure it out. When we read these things, they're the weirdest things ever. You're going, and we're lawyers, and you're going, what is this about? And all the advertisements for how you should vote on the bill is a lie.
Yeah.
Oh, this money goes to education. No, that's about marijuana. Oh, we did say that. We just vote.
It's terrible.
And here's the thing:
terrible.
depending on the bill, they found out this: most people will vote yes than no. So if you have a bill trying to keep somebody from doing something, you try to make it a yes
You got
answer.
to word pretzel that thing into where you are saying yes to it. Like, we don't want something. All right, well, make the sentence so that not wanting something is the yes.
Now, something happened to us yesterday. I had a Facebook friend, and this is what happens. You know, some of my 5,000 closest friends on Facebook. I got a call that the sheriff's office had called them and said that they had missed jury duty and that there was an $80,000 bond out. Now, we know that's not the way it works.
You did not disclose that information yesterday to me.
Yeah, $80,000.
$80,000 bond
Yes.
for missing jury duty. That's interesting.
And they called me on another line
Uh-huh.
at the time. And I said, give me that phone number. And it was a Sacramento, California number.
Of course it was.
I'm going, why would a Florida... Now, hey, listen, I know people port their cell phones. This is the sheriff's office.
Yeah,
Please give me the name. And I'm going, first off, we always say, what sheriff's office? There's not just the sheriff's office. Goose, goose, Uncle Jesse. You know, that was Hazard County Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff's even they said Hazard County Sheriff's Office.
Yep. But here's the thing. No, they're not calling you on the phone. And if they do call you on the phone, say, listen, can I get your name and number and I'll have my attorney call you back. Now, if they say when you ask them that question, oh, well, now that you got an attorney in it, you know, we're definitely arresting you. No.
That's how you know it's a scam right there.
Yeah. Because no police officer would say that directly to your face, well, on the phone to you, because they don't want it thrown back in their face later. Hey, did you threaten them when you asked them about their attorney?
If it's a legitimate police organization, their lines are recorded anyway.
Yeah.
So if they say anything that sounds a little suspicious, you know right away that it's a scam.
Now, just so we know, I know police officers are allowed to lie to you. Don't. But they normally try not to push it too far when you ask for a lawyer, because that is the line that can toss everything out. You know, that's the big thing. That's Miranda. That's a lot of different areas that when you ask for an attorney and they go, well, you weren't in custody. And then they don't even want to have that argument. That argument I've seen officers go, God, I normally am better at that. And they have that look on their face when they're trying to argue that. And the judge is looking at them going, come on. You know, you were taught this, you know, at the academy. Don't screw this one thing up. So, yeah. So I called them back, and of course they don't call back. Emails, scams.
I wanted you to call them on the show.
I wasn't going to do that.
That would be great entertainment.
No, because
I'll bet you people leave comments underneath this video saying, yes, you should call them on the show. It would be fantastic.
No, I love the scammer shows.
Love to talk to
I love the scammer shows where the guy calls these guys up.
Maybe we could generate an audience.
No,
maybe.
I don't need that.
So the 8 people that
we have our own special audience.
Do we have an audience?
We do. The chest hair audience. That's the ones in like. So.
Oh, you think people tune in just for me, Jeff?
Yeah.
Do they? Yeah.
You know, I don't even put your face on it. I just put the shirt. They know exactly who we're talking about. I'll just have the shirt with the hair coming out. That's his logo.
The same shirt.
The same shirt with the logo. The chest hair coming out. Oh, Craig.
Oh, it must be Craig. Yeah,
must be Craig.
I recognize that chest anywhere.
Oh, hey, Pirates. I love inside football. The generic term is arena football, but arena football actually has it's copyright, so we can't use it. But it's indoor football, so we have a new. Indoor
you can't
football
say the phrase arena football to describe the
Pirates. You
Pirates,
but it's like, hey, the NFL, and if they're not the NFL, they're not the NFL.
Oh, gotcha. So they can't advertise that it's arena football.
No, and you really don't want to push it either, because I think there are 6 arena football teams left in the country.
I thought they all went bankrupt.
Like no. We used to have the Orlando Predators.
What happened to them?
I don't know, but here's the thing: it's probably a name change. I mean, we were the Orlando Predators. It was awesome.
Did they get sued?
No, I'm just
we
like,
sold all of our assets to this other company, and we're closing down.
not a great name.
Yeah,
not a great. It
Predators?
was great because you were thinking, oh wow, you know,
Predators.
dinosaurs,
Sure,
and the alien.
Why is it not a great name anymore?
Because it's kiddie.
Oh, the Orlando,
The Orlando
Child Predators.
Hey. You're gonna have to bleep that so we don't get the algorithm doesn't stop us.
If our football team's name was the Child Predators, it would get beaten we wouldn't even make it into the arena.
There'd be some protest.
The fans out there would kill us.
Could you imagine trying to argue that one? It's not like the Washington Redskins, you know? You'd be like going, I don't think there's a group out there going, keep the name. I mean, so yeah, not great. But we have a good team and we're killing it. And Jawad is the owner, great dude. See, indoor football, these are for guys who didn't get the opportunity to play on the next level. And this is an opportunity maybe to get to the next level. So they're not spoiled. They're out there killing themselves for nothing.
Kurt Warner, the guy that took the New Orleans Saints all the way to a Super Bowl and won it. He started off in arena football.
Some kickers too. And that's the way it works. And I think we had a team, and the great thing about it, a lot of scoring. There's no 7-7 games.
No,
there's no 0-3 things like that. I mean,
how many players?
52-48.
How many players on the field for each team?
It feels like it's 7.
7?
I don't count, but I think there's 7.
All right,
but it's amazing. It's so many, and they have walls like in hockey
too, right?
And when they hit the wall, goosh, it's like hockey.
Everyone's a lot faster though, aren't they?
Oh, they're moving so much faster, and the rules are weird. And we're the official sponsor.
Yeah, of course.
We're the attorney, the official law firm for the Predators. And I love it.
We're going to be at every game.
Yep.